Now that right there was a recreation of a... Wait. No. That was an example of how the Scout can kill in seconds. Wait, you don't know who that is? Why, it's the Scout. No, not that one. This one. You see, this is the Scout from the unpopular, high-quality Roblox game, The Flappy Men. The game has 9 classes, each with their own unique weapons, perks, stats, and gameplay. Now, one big difference compared to others like it is actually one of the main gameplay features, that being the stun/knockout feature. You see how the game says Flappy in it? Yeah, that's of course important. Notice that white bar at the bottom? Yeah, that's also important. Another big difference is the physics. If you haven't noticed, every character is what the game is called, Flappy. Like their limbs flop everywhere, making certain weaponry we will cover later miss whenever your character is knocked. Aside from that, there's also some map stuff that have to do with physics, which directly connect to the player. This is because getting knocked by some specific weapons will cause you to be flinged at such a rate that when you hit a wall or some crap, you will take damage. Which may result in some instant death, but let's not focus on that. Now, almost every weapon in the game does damage, duh, but they also do stun, which causes the white bar at the bottom to go down. You see that white bar? Yeah. And when it's out, yeah, they get knocked out. You see what I'm conveying? Huh? Do you? But for now, I want to focus on this shirtless man, this Scout. Got it? Okay. The Scout is the first class of the Flappy Men on the selection screen found by pressing the L key. His stats include the fastest movement speed of 25, the least, or sort of least, HP of 150, and 100 stun health like every other class. And also, the ability to double jump. More on the last two later. Altogether, this seems pretty basic and scouty. Don't be bamboozled, for it's very different compared to others sharing the same role, like Scout, you know, that other one. Now, with you hopefully understanding that, let's go back to the Scout. Scout is very easy to stun, and with a low health pool, it means, well, yeah. But let's get back to that double jump. You see this on top of the large speed you have? It makes you actually still very hittable. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense, you may ask. I'll explain. You see, Scout speed may be the fastest, but it's not too useful. Yes, you are faster than everybody else, though you can still get outpaced by like every projectile. And the double jump, well, yeah, where Scout TF2's double jump lets you change direction midair at an instant speed. Scout's lack of speed and control makes double jumping more of an invisible stepladder. Well, damn, this guy's trash. How could this possibly be useful? He's so immobile, slow, and stunnable. God, how does anybody play as this guy? Whoa. Wait, look at that gameplay frame. Oh my god. Yeah, get them. Holy. What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You thought I would forget about. Okay, let's calm down. I will be talking about, yes, to save your sanity, only specific weapon loadout combinations. Go figure it out. I don't want to talk about everything, you fatty McLazyson. Starting with, of course, the stock loadout. I'll start with this, the basics, you know? Oh, and yeah, the Scout only has 2 weapon slots, El Bozo. Starting with the primary, the shotgun. It's a wood and metal pump shotgun, with the following stats of having 6 shells in the tube, with each shell containing 12 pellets that each deal 8 damage. A limb shot from each pellet, a limb shot with all pellets, does 96 damage. And a torso shot is 103.68. I really don't know why this, for some reason, like, smaller numbers. I mean, it doesn't even appear in game, which sucks. Getting back on track. A headshot deals 144. It's semi-automatic and has a fire rate of 0.85 seconds, with each shell taking 0.4 seconds to reload. This weapon is a starting weapon, making it free. Now, as you see, there's the high stun with the shotgun. This is how the scout gets good. The speed he has, it's not for dodging. Well, actually, yeah, it is. Please do not run at people in a straight line. Like, try to at least jump side to side or something at least, okay? But now back on track. The speed is used to close the distance to get at least 1 or 2 good shots in to cripple someone into submission, letting you continue shooting loads or finishing them with a pistol if the body is far. Hey, speaking about it, let's get to the pistol. Oh yeah! The pistol is a semi-automatic weapon, filling the role as the scout's second weapon in his starting loadout. The stats are the following: having 15 bullets in the mag, with limb shots dealing 15 damage, and torso shots dealing 16.2 damage, and headshots dealing 22.5 damage. It has a fire rate of 0.11 seconds, and takes 1 second to reload. Since it's also stock, it's also free. The pistol's most apparent use case is usually to finish off an enemy, or to engage with someone at a farther range, making it a very reliable weapon since it will always be used on your own terms. Altogether, the stock loadout is a very versatile loadout which covers all the bases of range, damage, and stun, making it very good to learn the basics for anyone new. Speaking of the basics, let's talk about the exact opposite. The first loadout I would be speaking of, which is what we like to call the lobotomizer loadout, because of how it does that exact thing to you, the heavy cholesterol, consisting of the Super Shotty and Burger. The Super Shotty is a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun, consisting with a scope on it, and has 2 shells in the tube, because, well, it's a double barrel. Each barrel shoots out 12 pellets that deal 9 damage each. Limb shots also deal 102 damage instead, and torso shots now deal 117 damage, and headshots deal 153. They'll also deal 30 damage on self if you were to scope in and shoot. This is because you frickin' ram the gun into your head because of the recoil, which is dumb. Yeah. Though, as an upside, the scope gives you 50% more accuracy and also 50% more stun. Though, the odd combination of stats on the scoping makes the gun surprisingly meant to be used for firing at a farther range than a stock shotgun, even though it's a double barrel, which is usually interpreted as a weapon to be used at closer ranges. This is because of how the lower ammo makes you want to have distance so you have time to reload. And also, having no fall-off, unlike other games, lets you do technically the same or more damage at longer ranges. But, you know, if you remembered what I said, which you probably should be, the 30 damage loss on scoping and shooting! Ah! But wait, what's that? Oh my god, our hero! The Burger. The Burger stats are the following: a 15-second cooldown, an instant consumption, and a heal of 50 HP on use. The Burger, as you probably guessed, lets you heal back some of the health you lose when aiming and shooting with the Super Shotty. This loadout altogether lets you play at a safer distance while giving you an on-the-spot healing item. Though the only problem is how you, let me just, remind you of how you have only 2 shots, which makes you very weak in situations where you have only 1 shot or no shots at all. But the 2-shot lock, who wrote this? Also makes it take longer to kill people with more health. Though theoretically the Burger will let you survive longer, but 2 scoped in damage will deal 60, which is 10 more damage than the Burger heals, so yeah. So in short, the loadout lets you play farther away, but makes you struggle in long sustained fights. Simple. Now going into a more difficult loadout, that we call Cold Lead. This loadout is compromised with the Slugger and Frozen Cleaver, making a solid mix of utility, purpose, and difficulty. Starting with the Slugger, it's simply a semi-auto slug shooting weapon, with its stats being 25 to 85 damage on body shots, and 37.5 to 127.5 on headshots. Both are depending on range, because yes, this has fall off unlike the other weapons. On track again, its fire rate is 0.35 seconds, and its reload speed is 1.5 seconds, as well as the fact of how it has perfect accuracy. With that down, now, let's move to the hard part, the Frozen Cleaver. The Frozen Cleaver is, a Frozen Cleaver, which does 40 damage for each cleaver, has a supply of 2, and recharges every 10 seconds. Whenever you hit somebody with the cleaver, it will affect them with freeze, and essentially, after one cleaver, the person will be slowed, and also will have shorter stamina regeneration and health regeneration. Though if you hit with both cleavers in quick succession, they will freeze, causing them to be completely still and invulnerable to any damage, though when the person is stunned, they will shatter and take an instantaneous 100 damage. This is paired very well with the Slugger, due to how it is perfectly accurate and how the person is completely still, letting you instantly shatter them at, no cost. Though a problem with the loadout is how you must be very accurate to get into a situation like that. And another downside is the general range of the two weapons, being the Slugger's damage fall off and the Cleaver's arc. Though even with those, the loadout ends up being easily the best one to take out any specific target that is needed to be eliminated. Oh, and the Cleaver's pierce shields, I guess. Yes, that's cool. The final loadout that we call the Boston Basher. A good, classic melee loadout, compromised with the Bat and Red Blocks, which is different to the Bloxy Cola. The two weapons are completely different, and it is not a reskin. I feel like people mix that up, because my dumb friends mix that up. The Bat is, a wooden baseball bat that has some tape/cloth wrapped around the handle. Its stats being a damage of 50, and while airborne, a damage of 75, with its general swing cooldown being 0.5 seconds. Although, it has passives, which let you have a triple jump, and gets rid of all jump cooldowns. Now, if that wasn't enough already, the Red Blocks gives you, for 1 minute, a 75% speed increase, a 75% damage resistance, with the addition of a higher jump on the first jump. However, you get minus 75% effective stamina, and also you take extra knockback when receiving damage and cannot do objectives. The cooldown, including the time that it's being used, is 80 seconds, meaning that it technically only has a cooldown of 160, it's 80 minus 60. I believe that is, 20 seconds. It's 20 seconds. I'm not that dumb. Now, as it can be pieced together, the loadout's premise is to drink the liquid crack, aka the Red Blocks, and run at people while jumping and killing. /swinging. God, who wrote this crap? This loadout, even with a basic plan I gave, is actually very difficult due to how you're having to dodge with your jumps now. Because, if you don't, you will, just see this. Okay. Right, drink the Red Blocks. Everybody, everybody scope in on Gray. When I say go, shoot at him. Everybody ready? Everybody ready. Fire! Yeah, the knockback is real. But that damage resistance, it's a definite saving grace. As you can see here, where like the damage right there. Look at that person. Like they're gonna get hit. Yeah, they get hit. Yeah, they live. I have no idea if I'm saying this at the right period, but yeah, look at that. They live. Now going on to the other guy. Oh, look, it's Gray again. You drink the thing. I have no idea. This is insane because I'm recording this after. And oh, would you look at that? He lives. Yep. I'm pretty sure he dies now. Yep. Bye, Gray. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Now I'm done. Wow, really? I'm sure there are no other super important and completely different loadouts for Scout that are like super important. God damn it, I can't avoid it. This loadout we call the Gangster loadout / the Gangster mode. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this one. I think it's pretty buns, but it's too unique not to explain. Well, the loadout is mixed up with the dual holsters and the pistol. Again, the pistol has already been talked about, so let's just get to the holster. The holster, following stats are the entire fact that you can dual wield your secondary, hence the name dual holsters. As well as that, pressing shift will let you dash, costing 45 stamina, and while dashing, you get a 12% damage buff, counting the fact that while not damaged, you do 12% less damage, and have less accuracy on whatever secondary you're using. Moving on to something else, the reason I didn't exactly want to talk about this loadout is because it's sort of buns, I'm not gonna lie, which I have already said. I think this because all the other secondary weapons that you could use that aren't the pistol are like either really bad or are useless with the holsters. Another thing is how the dive is the only way to do good damage, but they make it so you can only do 2. And if you do, you will be left with 10 stamina, which is not enough to survive basically anything without getting launched into a wall right after. But one more thing that grinds my gears is how they make it so that the guns don't shoot at the same time. It's so dumb and ugly, Poo Penguin. Change it, please. Make it shoot one by one, but like in a quicker succession. Poo Penguin, why do they shoot at the same time? Why? What? Stupid holsters. God. Well, before we get to like the end, I'd like to bring in Gray, my brother here. He's like essentially the main of this class. He's the one who plays it the most out of all of us. He's gonna talk about his loadout. He's really just gonna give his own stats and like sort of what he thinks about it. Just like really short. Just give him some credit, bro. Come on, he's young and stuff, and he likes loadout. And I didn't really have time to make a part of his own with a script, so like he's doing this on the spot. On to you.
I will be talking about one of my favorite loadouts as the Scout in Flappy Man, which is the Spaz and the Pocket Sea Whiz. The stats for the Spaz has 0.85 seconds of fire rate. The reload speed is 3.6 seconds. The damage has 96. With the burn, the explosiveness is small, and on hit burns 1 damage per second per body part. While user airborne, blast a jump when hit by the own explosive. Yeah, so you could do a spaz jump. That's cool. You have 4 bullets in each ammo thing, and the accuracy is okay. It's like it's really good if you want to like do damage and stuff, and really good for spaz jumping, I guess. Now onto the next weapon, the good old Pocket CIWS or Suez. For the ult action, you can wind it up with right click by holding it. The effects are 10 times damage on airborne enemies. But I guess you gotta be like real good at aiming to hit it. And it could destroy enemy particles. Not particles, projectiles, sorry. The damage is 2. The damage to the head is 3. And the average damage airborne is 20. And if you're aiming at the head, it's 30. Fire rate is 0.02 seconds. The reload speed is 2 seconds. The ammo is 100%. The accuracy is okay. Yeah, so it's really good as a destroyer loadout, I guess. That's what I like about it. It can like kill. It's pretty good at mowing down enemies, especially when they're low health. That's all I have to say about the Pocket CIWS and the Spaz.
Oh, thanks, Gray. Yeah. Now moving on to the end part. Oh my god. Guess I'm back here at the end now already. Yes. The real end. After all that crap. With the holster stuff and like Gray's stuttered, startup, so on to other things, like, well, this video's entire concept, yeah, it's not a game or some crap that we're playing. Look, I just really wanted to make like a guide video and thought, wow, if I made a video on this game, it will become more popular, and I hope that happens. Not to give me any more views, but to make the game bigger, because me and my friends love this game, bro. It's freaking awesome. Now, one last thing you're probably not wondering is, yes, I will be making more of these guides for the rest of the classes, with the next one being Bazooker. But it will take longer to make due to me needing to go to the Philippines. But I will have a laptop, so I'm sure it will come out in like, I don't know, a month. Well, that's all from me and my friends. Bye!